Justin, I feel like your forecast past couple of weeks have been rinse and repeat.
Copy and paste.
A lot of hate, a lot of heat.
You're right, a lot of hate.
A lot of hate because of your forecast.
because of
that.
Forecast.
The heat, lots of fires is what we're saying.
Yeah, because we're drying out so quickly. Usually it takes the end of the summer before we really dry out because of all the heat. Not this year. We've had lots of fires already here this week. Had a big fire there in Hitchcock, as this is day 3, or an evening, that it's still ongoing as firefighters just working tirelessly. All the volunteers and just the farmers, ranchers that are having to deal with this with unbearable, dangerous heat. And look at those cedar trees just igniting. This is video from Val and Amy Castor that are out there here this afternoon into the evening hours because it kind of grew a little bit in coverage. And here this evening, it looks like it's tamed down a little bit, but still ongoing here this evening. And also another fire that they captured as they were heading back home is this fire started along a highway, and before the firefighters were actually able to get to it, it went through a field. Here you can see it started along the highway, maybe somebody throwing out a cigarette butt, and then made its way all into the trees, and they had to deal with that, and they were out there for at least an hour or two as well. And also down across down towards southwest Oklahoma, we actually had a fire actually out towards west in Cheyenne. Well, take a look at this, Sylvia. This is an ash tornado, as all that air is rising from the heat from the sun on that black burnt land, and the air is trying to be replaced, so it has to be replaced, and so the air goes in, it rotates and goes up into the atmosphere. Look at that little dustnado, or this was a ashnado because it was going through the burn scars of that field. How about that? You don't see those very often, as again, any of those burned areas, you might be able to see those over the next couple of days because we're going to be hot, stagnant. 104 in Wichita, 100 in Wichita, Oklahoma City. Look at the 90s all the way off towards the north. It's just not us, folks, here across Oklahoma. We're spreading the wealth of heat everywhere, from coast to coast to border to border, pretty much. A large part of the United States is dealing with above average temperatures and near record high temperatures for the week to come. As you can see, all the 100s here across the state. We're still 85 degrees, a south wind at around 10, and it is warm because the dew point has moved up, increased here across the metro. 90s, 95 there off towards the northwest, 90s out towards the west, so a very warm overnight. A lot of areas will not fall below the upper 70s for overnight lows. Showers and thunderstorms, some severe weather across Nebraska, Colorado, now into Kansas. This will scoot across northern half the state late tonight, tomorrow morning with a couple sprinkles, and it'll be with the front that could give us a couple isolated thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and evening from Oklahoma City to the east. Okay, we at least have a chance of a downpour. Maybe some upper 90s on Monday, maybe on Tuesday, but then here comes that big bubble of high pressure, and we are dry, and this is a big, stout area of high pressure, so we're going to be talking about near record high temperatures well above 100 degrees for the rest of the week into next weekend. Upper 70s to near 80 for the overnight. Drink plenty of water if you're going to be out and about. Find the water area, lakes, the pool. Apply that sunscreen. Take breaks, because you will need it, because temperatures will be around 105, near record high temperature tomorrow. Isolated sprinkle tomorrow. We'll shoot for 105. The record is 106 back in 1980, so we'll come close to that with a front approaching. South winds will go to a north wind by lunchtime into the afternoons, but you can see it's wind shift line. It's still hot no matter what. 10 to 20% chance of an isolated shower and thunderstorm off to the east. And whoo, look at the cool down on Monday. Upper 90s to near 100 degrees, as the record heat will continue next week with those temperatures around 107 to 105 as we head towards Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
All right, thanks, Justin.